Good afternoon, folks. So I figured I would take a few minutes, even though it's about 114 degrees out here right now, plus, to show you what I've been working on, not just with my dry goods, but this right here is Kratom Red Mangda. So, as some of you may or may not know, I was born with a chronic pain condition that is incurable and very, very, very expensive to treat. So, I do only all natural things. I don't really use pharma stuff. And what I've done is I've packed Kratom, the Red Mangda variety, into this canning jar, and that of course I've cleaned and sanitized first. And then what I did was I took some vinegar and I wiped the powder off the rim on both a little bit of the inside as well as the ribbing, and my canning lid I wiped down really good with the vinegar and water too, so that the powder doesn't impact the seal I'm going to get. So I ordered these special vacuum seal lids off of foodsaver.com, and I'm going to be using the non-electric method today to pump this up and vacuum seal it so I can have it stored for long term, because while I have some of my food stored this way, like dry steel cut oats and some different lentils and brown rice, like pain relief is equally important. If I want to be able to function and not be in agony, it also helps me with sleeping stuff too. So what you have to do that I found is push this lid and the brake bleeder, which I got from Harbor Freight. They're not terribly expensive. You have to push it down really well and keep it pushed down. And let me tell you what, if you want a good workout for your hands and forearms, working this brake bleeder will definitely do it. And what you got to do is you got to pump it until it gets to 15 on the gauge. And what that does is it locks down your lid and it vacuum seals it really nicely. I recently invested and I bought a key of Kratom. It cost me about $90 at a little local retailer in Glendale. And yeah, well worth it if I can have some in my stockpile for sure. So I'm just going to pump this up, and might have to set the phone down here to do it actually. And it does get harder to pump the higher you go. That's the one caveat with this. So I'm just going to go ahead and go like that. So now that my lid is sealed down really nicely, I'm sure you can see that even though I packed the product in very well, I don't know why I'm not focusing here. It is still looking like I could have packed it down a little bit more. As you can see, there's some air in there. Yeah. But the important part is I can pick this up by the lid. So that is entirely vacuum sealed in there. And the nice thing about doing things this way, honestly, from what I've found, is in the desert, everything is competing with you to live. So you have rodents, you have insects, you have the plastic bags that this stuff comes in. It's not a great system because the plastic bags degrade in the heat And this powder is so fine that it gets in the tread of the zipper. And it actually, if you've ever used this product, you understand that the bag doesn't zip properly any more than 2, maybe 3 times. You might get half a dozen times out of it if you're lucky. But ideally, you want to find another way to store it. And so, yeah, this is what I do for a variety of my products and dry goods. And I'm grateful to share it with you. I'm grateful that I'll have pain relief in my stockpile. So thanks so much for watching, and stay cool out there. Stay safe.